It's red hot.
Hello.
Hello.
This is the best trick you'll ever buy.
First, you introduce your prediction and place it under an object. I always use a spectator with a Rubicon ball, but you can use a spectator with a brick, a spanner, a baby, or anything you want.
That card. And I'm going to leave that. Can I place that under the bottle? Is that alright?
Yeah,
so you know I'm not going to touch it or anything like that. I'll leave it right there.
Then, the people you're performing for pick any number between 1 and 52, and then you deal down that exact amount of cards and stop on the card they select.
6, 37, and there is 38. I can see this card. You've arrived at 38th card. The 8 of diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
That is exciting, right?
Yeah.
Then you reveal your prediction, and it matches perfectly.
My prediction is here from a different packet of cards, and that card is also the 8 of diamonds.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Then you knock 'em for 6.
Every single card is actually
Oh. That was a plot twist.
yeah. Plot twist.
Plot twist.
Plot twist.
Plot twist.
Plot twist.
Plot twist. I wasn't expecting them to all be blank, so I've not seen one of those tricks before. Absolutely amazed.
Plot twist.
And they can check 'em out.
Exciting.
Have a look. There you go.
Ooh, that's good.
That was good.
I like that one.
I was surprised. I was. Exciting.
Yeah, how was that?
That was good. I think that's a wrap, Joel. Just be careful, the edge is right there in front of you, so yeah. Right, Brill, thanks ever so much. Oh! Oh shit, Joel! Joel! No. Oh, no. No.
Alright.
Are you sure?
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing? Are you well?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good. I'm just hitting share, that's all I'm doing at the moment.
That's all I've been doing as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully other people will hit share as well.
Yeah. You,
so how are you?
I'm good. I'm all right. We've had a busy week or so, haven't we? We've been doing bits and pieces and lectures and all that sort of stuff.
We've had a busy week, haven't we?
We have, yeah. It's been crazy busy.
We've
so
packed 1,000 Instacans.
We did. We packed 1,000 Instacans,
which was a lot of fun.
It was good. It was one of those where you think, 1,000's not too bad. Then you get 900.
You've done a lot more on it than me, and even the amount that I put in was a bit of a killer.
Well,
it was pretty tricky. Yeah,
we all do it on bits, don't we?
Yeah. Have you seen any new magic? Anything catching your eye?
Just the one I showed you the other day.
Okay, yeah, right. So Andy told me about this. It was yesterday, wasn't it? Andy told me about this routine. I don't know if anybody out there has seen it, but you might take off your suit jacket. The way that it's presented in this routine, you take off your jacket and you hold on to it like this.
Before he does that, he puts a blue dot on one thumb and a red dot on the other, so you can see his thumbnails like this.
Yeah,
and then they move.
That's right. So you've got one red thumb and one blue thumb, and then the thumbs start kind of moving around. Apparently, from what I've heard, you can do more with it. It's not just your thumb moves across. You can pull your thumb down and put them back up, and you change colours.
Yes,
like this, and the stickers change. But then all of a sudden, like the really freaky, weird, fun-looking little bit is one of your thumbs just moves all the way across and joins, and then that thumb just pops away, reappears, bump, and comes back up. And it looks really good. It's a cool-looking little thing. But what I was going to say about it is I've seen magicians already talking about it, and they're a little bit... some people are just saying now it's the worst looking thing they've ever seen. But when you sent it to me, I honestly thought it looked absolutely brilliant.
Well, I mean, it's fun. I think, like the Instacart trailer, we talked about it previously, and in the UK, we try and sort of cover America almost, going, well, that's how the Magic promo should be done, and all that sort of thing. But it should be fun. We should go out and enjoy it and have fun at it. And if we sometimes we take it a bit too seriously, and we go, well, but yeah, it should be fun. It shouldn't be anything else. It's magic. It should be fun. It should. But
I really like it. I think it looks a lot of fun. Bear with me a second. Hang on. Yeah, I think it looks a lot of fun. I really like it. I kind of don't want to carry on talking about it because I don't want everybody who's watching to go and buy it. But let's be honest, I think it looks great for the price. It's around about £50, £40 to £50.
Yeah, it does.
Really good. It's a great looking little effect. Yeah. So cheers for pointing that my way. But it seems like you and me both have the same opener in our shows.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think if I've seen anything else. No, we've been talking about other effects and things like that. We've got some exciting stuff we're going to be releasing. Not just effects. We've done a deal today where we're going to have real workers embroidered T-shirts.
Yeah.
So,
we've got T-shirts coming, people.
Yeah, so that'll be cool. Not just cheap quality stuff. They're going to be nicely made. They're going to be embroidered rather than a sticker. So.
Oh yeah. These are really nice, and the Vantage T-shirts as well, which are my favourite T-shirts. They're like nice, tight fitting with a bit of a stretch cotton on them as well. So
yeah, well, if you're
none of that Fruit of the Loom.
There might be some Fruit of the Loom people watching. You never know. They might send us some free T-shirts. You'll be fine.
I'm not knocking Fruit of the Loom. So yeah, let us know how you're all doing, people. Dean Williamson is saying Adam Hudson was properly taking the PISS out of the effect, the thumb effect.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess it's kind of everybody's opinions on it. I've noticed, and some people having like negative opinions on it as well. And I kind of get it because it's not like the strongest effect, but it's just a lot of fun. I think it is a lot of fun. That's what you've got to remember.
It is. It's one of those. I mean, it should be fun. We shouldn't be too serious about magic, really, because I don't know. We were talking about. I've been doing a coin matrix recently. And you really like it. I'm still a bit like that about it. And I
like it. It's really good.
I like it. Don't get me wrong, but as I was saying to you, I can't do it seriously. We watched Dean Dill do a Matrix, didn't we? And it was a portal from here and a portal over here, and all this. And
you're not struck on the seriousness of his magic character. On that specific performance. Yeah, no, I quite like it. I like seriousness sometimes, like within a performance, because I think if you put in some seriousness, spectators will, they kind of, if you're invested in the fact that you are a magician, I think spectators really like to invest in that as well, if that makes sense. Because you can still then bring in the comedy and the humour and the fun and everything else.
You see, I'm quite deadpan. I'm quite sort of, when I perform, I'm very tongue-in-cheek, very deadpan. And I think if I take myself too seriously whilst taking the mickey out of other people, all done lovingly and they sort of give me the okay beforehand, I can't really take myself too seriously after that. So it's one of those where I kind of not sort of stop myself doing it, but find if I'm trying to be too serious, I end up killing myself laughing because it's just not me, really. So but then we did spend some time watching silly magic stuff and Kroll and Co. and Amazing Jonathan the other night while we were packing all these things up. So, and that's my idea of magic. Being able to watch that sort of thing. So yeah.
Which
So
magician did you say? Which magician? Sorry, my sound kind of broke off a little bit.
okay, Kroll and Co. We watched those.
Oh,
the
yeah,
guy with
amazing.
yeah,
So funny.
where it ends,
So funny.
when
Yeah,
he puts the lady in half at the end, and the legs drop off, and then he's pulling her back up with it.
Oh yeah, and her. Oh yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. But maybe I'm kind of overthinking it with the whole serious kind of attitude of the magic, because once you start amazing and astounding people anyway, is your magic then took a little bit more serious? Like this guy is a lot of fun, and he was, you know, we had him at the table. He was a laugh. He's the kind of guy that we'd like to have with us. You know, but I think also it's environment dependent, like which attitude you choose. Because I would never go up to a restaurant table and say, "Hello, I'm the magician, and I'm very serious." Do you know what I mean? Like, I would never do anything like that. I would go up to the table, make everybody laugh, and put everybody at ease, and you know, and be the silly one. Do you know what I mean? Or taking a hit to be able to carry on performing, I guess.
I think if I was to perform seriously, it would have to be with the almost too serious. So it would be like he must be doing it for a laugh to take it that seriously, you know.
I've just realised, have I got odd ears? I might be totally wrong. Are my ears odd? I think I've only just spotted this. I think I've got odd ears. Hang on a minute. They look odd to me. Gee whiz. I've never realised.
There we go. That's going to be the topic for tonight's Magic Jam. Joel's odd ears. That's why you can't wear glasses, because they'd be like this.
Hang on, they look really odd. I think as I'm getting older, my ears are getting more odd. They're getting odder as I get older.
Well, don't your ears, and is it your ears and your nose that continue growing throughout your life?
And something
so
else.
You end up with massive ears and a massive nose.
Gee whiz. I'll never forget when my brother, when my baby was first born, and I got him some little tiny sunglasses, and they're really small. And my brother said to me, and he was deadly serious. He said, "Did you know, Joel?" He said, "Eyes are the only thing on a baby that won't change. It stays the same." And then I was like, "What? So you're telling me that my eyes have always been this wide apart?" And he was like,
I think it's the size of your eyeballs. I think the size of your eyeballs never alter.
Right, okay. All right. I was getting somewhere. All right.
I'm a complete idiot. Don't take anything I say seriously.
I never have. Never have. So, cheers, Gareth. Joel's odd ears trick. Thanks, mate.
Yeah. Well, that'd be good. We could stage it like what's he called? Is it Mr. Blonde in Reservoir Dogs when he cuts off his ear? We could do that. Tournament odd ear.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Cheers. We've got a good guest today, waiting backstage.
We have. Just before we do, Dean Duggan has said, "Didn't we start Magic because it was fun?" Yeah, we did.
Not necessarily. Hang on. You might answer that so quickly and swiftly. Maybe we didn't. What if we saw the world's most depressing magic effect, but it had a bit of an impact on that person, and it was a bit depressing, and another magician could have gone, "Oh, that wasn't." But still, it might have affected them. You know, I think
that's how mentalists are created.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we were the mentalists with the goths of the teenage years. Yeah.
You see, and Dean's fun. I mean, look at his profile picture. It's Captain Caveman. Amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ooh. My little boy loves Scooby-Doo. In the latest Scooby-Doo film, Scoob, Captain Caveman makes an appearance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. We've got a Facebook user, I'm not sure who this is, but he said, "Hey guys, finally looking forward to it and finally meeting Andy." Any idea what that's about, Andy?
No idea. Have you raffled me off in some auction or something?
Would it be one of our lectures? Would it? If that's you and we're lecturing into your club, we're looking forward to it. Me and Andy run a lecture. We lectured last night into Manchester. Was it Manchester?
We did. It was a
Manchester
great
Magic
turnout.
Circle.
Was it about 40 people in the Zoom lecture last night?
Yeah, we had about 40
really
people
good
watching.
turnout.
It was brilliant, wasn't it? So if anybody is looking for a live lecture, me and Andy run lectures as well, with loads of material. I mean, like, we must have...
We've got too much material. We've got far too much material.
We covered 8 routines, but like thoroughly. But then it wasn't just 8 routines. It was all the nuances and subtleties and everything like that, you know? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm teaching something in my lectures that I've not released, I've not put anywhere. So if you see it in the lectures, it's never been released. It's never, and it's one of my, like, favorite effects. It's
Is it your WALTZ?
yes.
Cool.
My boxing.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Hey, it's Ravi. Ta-da!
Is it Ravi?
Yeah,
Ravi.
it's Ravi. For some reason, Ravi, your name isn't coming up, but I think I know why. And I think it's because you're on the Real Workers Magic group. If you go to the page, we'll see your name. But we don't you now anyway. On next week's Magic Jam, we've got Ravi.
The amazing Ravi.
Cool stuff. We had a little chat on the phone, and he's got some amazing stuff lined up for us next week. But should we have a little chat about this week's guest?
Do you know, this week's Jet, I don't, he's a Jet. Well, you see,
he is a bit of a jester.
That's it. It makes me laugh. He's such a cheeky chap that when I first spent some time with him last year at Blackpool, and I was just laughing all the time. It's infectious. You see his smile, and you're like, I think I've got the box for him.
I think he's got a little bit of an obsession with penises.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Do you know what? I should have.
Hopefully, he hasn't got it out when we bring him on.
I might still have that video, you know.
Really?
Mind you, we'd probably get removed off Facebook.
Probably.
For those that don't know, there was a trick at Blackpool, and it was a thumb tip that was the shape of what's the best way to describe it? A Johnson penis.
A bell end. It's not swearing, is it? It is what it is, right?
We're all adults.
Exactly.
And yeah, and he was just doing some funny stuff with it, and it was just yeah. So,
and some of his ideas are absolutely awesome. I'm going to say him now. Like, I think we should big him up a little bit, like rather than bringing him on and then bigging him up because he'll be a little bit embarrassed. But his magic is like really good.
It is.
He's already. Really, I don't know how old he is. I'd say he's about. How old is Harry? How would you say he is? He's got to be like mid-20s.
Mid-20s, easily.
Yeah.
But he's such a creative guy. He comes up with loads of ideas, unique stuff as well that you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah.
Such a talent, really is.
Yeah. Do you know what I've just realised?
What's that?
We haven't got a video on for Wallet Hacker, which he invented.
Have we not got a video on it?
No. But
have we not put the promo up?
No, I've had a little look for it, but we haven't got it on here like to play now. But he created Wallet Hacker. If you've seen Wallet Hacker, I mean, it's genius. Like, what's cool about this is that me and you, Andy, we can say that it's genius because we didn't create it. So
yeah,
it is absolutely brilliant. It's the best card to wallet. If you haven't seen it, it's amazing. It absolutely is. But he hasn't only created that. He's created so much more. He's just really, really good, really clever guy. But my point was, what I was getting to, he's created so much. He's actually already written a book.
I know. Well, not only that, he's created stuff for this evening that he's never released anywhere, and so we're going to see some stuff this evening that has never been seen anywhere else.
Okay, cool. Should I play his little video?
Yeah, let's get him on. Let's see his video.
All right, this is Harri Harrington. Hang on, can you still see me, Andy?
Yes, I can still see you.
I'm going
Have
to
we
do it over
have we
here.
stopped the
on this
video?
thing. We're not. It should be good now. Do something funny. Sean is playing.
Pretty cool, dude. All right, if you know how that's done, drop a comment.
Hi.
And there he
Hello.
is, Harri Harrington.
Hey, Harry, how are you?
I'm very good. Thank you for having me on.
Good. Thank you for
joining.
coming on. Yeah.
Been bigging me up. It's quite embarrassing. I don't generally feel like I'm this person that you guys are making out to be. I just, like Andy said, I just have fun, and then stuff is just a byproduct of that, really.
Yeah.
But do you know what, Harry? You're not really. We're just bigging you up to make the people who are watching think that you're decent. That's all we're doing.
Yeah, that's
we need a show, right? I am, of course.
Yeah.
No, I've always loved your magic. You know I have.
Yeah, what is that? Ever since I booked you for the Cardiff lecture, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I liked you. That's when I started to like you. No, I love your magic, Harry. I always have.
Harry,
so how are you?
congratulations as well. Harry's Harry's not had a little baby. They between him and his partner, they've just had a little baby. So congratulations, Harry.
Thank you. Yeah, my wife has actually left. She was like, "Oh, you're going to talk magic nonsense for like an hour. I'm going to go and drink some wine with the girls. I'm going live. I've got. It's all right. You work it out." So she's actually next to me, trying to keep her asleep as well.
Oh, the baby is.
Yeah. Do you want to have a sneak peek? Hold up.
Yeah.
There we go. She's kicking around in there somewhere.
Oh, look at her.
I can't move everything.
Congratulations, mate.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been speaking to Andy quite a lot. He's giving me a lot of parenting tips, so that's pretty nice. So there we are.
Yeah, it's a bit different parenting as you're a magician and you have more free time and all that sort of thing. So this is a big step. I mean, yours is a little bit older now, Joel. So you've sort of probably forgot all them sleepless nights and all them sorts of
No, I haven't. I haven't forgotten sleepless nights at all. I'm still trying to get them back. And I was going to say, had you asked Andy for parenting advice before you actually had a kid, he'd have said, "Don't have one." As
Not at all.
No.
My little one's super. He's amazing. We went over today to go and drop something off for Harry Robson, and
all right.
Oliver came with me, and out the window, because we were obviously social distancing, so I left it on the doorstep, and Harry sort of waved out the window, and we chatted for a minute. And Oliver said to him, "Harry, do you know the rules?" Because it's Harry's big on, you've got to know the rules. You turn up early, you do this, you do that on a gig, you make sure you stay 10 minutes late and do an extra. And it's all the rules with Harry. So Oliver.
I think Harry invented the rules.
Yeah, he's a bit of a ledge, isn't he? I'm quite gutted actually, because he was supposed to tour with Matthew Wright. Is that right? Yeah,
that's right.
We had him booked, and unfortunately, all went a bit peak shape, really. So
Yeah. Yeah. So going back to just your intro video, did I see where you were performing for Matt King at? Was it at Blackpool?
Yeah. So Matt King came along, and it's one of those risks that you just got to take. So actually, the band Sharpie, we just changed the caps for it because they were like cheaper by supply, and the caps weren't going off. I've literally all weekend they just did not work. Right, it was embarrassing because you give them a pen, they pull it, nothing happens. Like Matt King came along, and it's the one time it worked, and it was so loud as well. He generally, his reaction to the video, you see him like jump back and he just screams, just holds this proper long note, like, ah! It really just caught him off. And it's one of the things that just worked. So it's great. It's great. I don't think you'll forget me now.
No, it's amazing. I must admit, if it doesn't go ahead this year, it's such a lot. I enjoy it just to be able to mix with everybody. It's so cool.
Well, first ever Blackpool. I mean, there might be some people watching tonight who I met for the first time ever in Blackpool, and I've just stayed in touch with them since. But it's even then it was like, how can you make an impression? Because there's so many magicians which either you like or you don't like, or you talk to or you don't talk to, and it is really that thing that you've got to. Well, I felt like I had to do something and stand out. So I had that bloody exploding pen, and I wore a Domino's name badge, and you wouldn't believe the amount of stupid questions I received. Like, is your name Harry? I'm like, how do you know that, mate? Well, you're wearing a name tag. Do you work in Domino's? It was just this, that you're almost doing something you would do to lay people at a gig. And the musicians are just falling for it. And he just stood there like, oh, come on, mate, hello. So it was great. It was just love it. Blackpool's amazing.
I think the secret to Blackpool and standing out is just being you. Don't try and be anybody else. Don't try and dress up. If you're you, your people will go, Harry's, he's such a laugh and he's this and he's just be you and you'll be fine.
Oh, dude. I just think Gareth Whitty has commented saying I need to put some whiskey in the milk. That was a treat.
Yeah. Either or for you or the little one.
How long have you been doing magic for, Harry?
Gee, do you know what? It's such an embarrassing question. I've actually been doing magic for about 6 years now, I think. 6 years?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. But
so in just 6 years, like which magicians have had like a big impact on you?
Yeah, okay. Well, the first really big magician was Kieran Johnson. Yeah. He's my boo. He's my boo. So yeah, he was like one of the big people that influenced a lot of who I am today, as well as Steve Rowe. But it's quite funny because Steve Rowe and Kieran used to do a lot together, so it kind of bounced off. And from there, then there's just been, as soon as I kind of established which direction I wanted to go into, how I wanted to perform, how I wanted my magic to look, I started looking into other people now, just for like Chad Long. I've just been watching a lot of Chad Long stuff because he's so dry and just comes out with the most ridiculous sayings, especially, oh yeah, you can just come in and sit down. Sorry, that was misdirection, guys. Like it's just so silly, right? I just love that. I think that's great. So I've been trying to look into other performers now just to kind of get a bit of an understanding. Peter Egging at the moment, gee whiz, that dude, his French routine was awesome. So yeah, and obviously I've got you two now as well as new additional friends. So
you don't have to. And listen, you don't have to say that. Don't worry. I think going back to Chad Long, everybody who you've just said, one big inspiration for me was Chad Long. I used to watch a lot of his magic, still do, and when he puts his little videos out now, they're still absolutely brilliant. But if you can get hold of like one of his lectures DVDs from the 90s, he had a lecture DVD that was filmed basically in his garden, and he's still lecturing all of that material now, and it's just full of brilliant stuff. He's got the best phase for an ambitious card opener, and it's just so simple, and I've used it all the time. Like I literally every gig that I do, I will perform it, and it's so simple. I'm not going to say what it is because you'd have to try and track it down.
Yeah.
And just saying what it is would ruin it because you'd instantly know how it's done. But it's the way that something's said that hooks people into what you're doing. And then when the effect takes place, it just fucking blows them away. It's absolutely brilliant.
Well, I never really had a huge inspiration. I mean, I didn't watch magic and then get into it because I seen like a few people say David Blaine and Dynamo watch on TV, and then they wanted to get in. I never had that. I was always fascinated by magic, but I never actually thought I would be on the other end of it, where you're actually performing and creating it. I've always wanted to watch it, you know.
Yeah.
But when I started getting into it, I just learned everything off YouTube, you know, all the slides that was on there. I literally started on YouTube, and eventually then I found
You're a YouTube magician.
Yeah.
Are you a YouTube magician? Should we kick him off? Hang on a minute. Where's the off button? That's really interesting because I would often kind of tell people to not learn magic on YouTube. Like I never tell people to avoid YouTube.
Yeah.
Like when people say to me, how did you get interested in magic? I've never really said watch YouTube. I always tell people don't learn from YouTube. Read magic books.
Yeah.
But I guess you've come up with a lot of material over time. So
yeah, that's been quite a challenge lately. I'll come back to that now. But the whole YouTube era, it was just I've been watching so much. I mean, I remember learning the Herman Pass on YouTube, right? And it was so weird because when I then found Penguin Magic, I did the whole thing of that. Oh, that looks cool. I'll buy this, or I'll buy that. And there was months when I was absolutely skinned, and my wife is saying to me, "Oh, we need to go shopping." I'm like, "Can you just not wait another 10 days? I've spent all my money on magic." And it used to cause crazy arguments, right? Because I literally would do that. Then I got lost really badly to the point where my wife and my friends didn't even know who I was anymore, because that's all I did was just breathe and talk magic. And I just got soaked and sucked into it so badly, right? Really insane.
How old are you, Harry? Very quickly.
I'm 30 now.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
We both had you at mid-20s, so
I know, yeah.
Mid-20s now.
But yeah, it was really awful. It was really bad. And I think the reason why it went so extreme is because I left the army as a medic and I had nothing. Like I just left, bought a house, and then was like, well, I'm in this debt now and I've got nothing, right? And then I kind of fell into magic, and yeah, it kind of saved my sanity. But yeah, anyway, the relationship, everything's good, we're all saved, it's all good. But I learned from YouTube, and from YouTube then it got me onto books. But the books, to be honest, man, I've tried to read As He Wins repertoire, right? And I've fallen asleep reading that book. I think I get to 3 pages in, fall asleep. Well, I don't think there's one magic book that I own which I've completed at all. Like I just can't. I fall asleep as soon as I read. I'm a practical person. I'd rather learn face to face and then take something away from it and play around and then try and add an addition rather than reading it. Because I do find sometimes reading magic is really hard to follow. Really hard to follow.
Yeah, a lot of magicians aren't writers, so they do sort of struggle when it comes to actually trying to describe something that you perform is one real tricky thing to do.
100%.
And then if they've got a writer in, trying to describe it to the writer so the writer gets the gist of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's insane. But it's been fun. It's been fun so far. And now, I don't know, I just feel like COVID has actually done a lot for me right now, rather than actually stop me. So, yeah, I mean, that video clip we've seen now, there's a few tricks in there which are generally marketed effects, you know, but most of the material that are in there is all stuff that I've generally created or I've actually pushed forward. And you guys were in Blackpool when I had that first idea. I mean, from what that was then to what it is now is something completely different. And it's so easy to use now rather than that little card gimmick where you're like, shaking. So it's insane. It's great. But,
it looks amazing. I mean, I remember sitting in the rusking with you and we were working it out and going through and for you to be able to shake it now. And is it the same gimmick that you use for the pen as well when you balance the?
Yes, it is the same gimmick. Yeah. Looks great, right? When you balance
it looks amazing.
So so actually Harry, there's another Harry. I know there's too many Harrys kicking about, right? But Harridan, the guy you mentioned at the start, he's a guy I met on a holiday in Greece, right? I went to Greece, went out, went on Facebook, and I was like Greek magicians or something like that, and Gathan Magical Entertainment came up, which was this Greek like agency kind of thing. Basically, two guys that just do kids parties and hotel magic and whatever. Anyway, we met up and had a jam, and he showed me what is now the Wallet Hacker. And when I first seen it, I spotted so many flaws with it. I seen the potential how it could be so much better, and I just chatted to him and I said, "Mate, let me take this home and I'll play around with it because I've already got 1,000 ideas." And then you guys snapped it up and did a great job with it. Now it's a debit card, which is pretty cool. Like yay! And the balance and stuff. So it's going to be a future release, and it's he's also like one of the creators of that as well. So we kind of bounce stuff off each other. It's insane. So it's really nice. I haven't got the video for it. I don't want to spoil it really, but oh my god, I'll have to send you the video afterwards. I've had this fascination with Taran years ago in Blackpool where we did a one-handed solve.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was covering my hand over the Rubik's Cube. And this is what I mean. I just come out with stupid shit. I thought, well, if I cover my hand over the Rubik's Cube and you solve it and we'll film it, we'll make it look like the cube solves in your hand. That'd be hilarious, right? So so we did it. Loads of magicians bought straight into it, messaged me they want to buy this self-solving cube and whatever. So we did have a bit of fun with it. Mentioned it to Harry last year. He's actually created a prototype which can be held by the spectator in their hand of a solved cube. You wave over it, flat hand, and it solves instantly, and it's insane. It's so good. So little sneak peek for people.
We've got a question from Gareth Whitty, and we ask everybody this every show. The big question is: does Harry do sponge balls?
I don't, but I have.
You're going to get a big thumbs down.
But I have, however, looked into. So I like the watch steel, and I've seen Peter Egging's version of doing the sponge balls with a watch steel, and I quite like that. But I always wear a hat, right? That's my thing. And I always get the question of, oh, could you pull a rabbit out of the hat? So I've just ordered a load of sponge rabbits. So that's going to be my opener of having, the rabbit and pulling it out of the hat, and then doing the whole sponge routine with that, hopefully with a watch steel as a addition. Yeah, so I'm getting on it.
And then you're going to do a sponge dong as a finale.
Well, ask Taran
what your obsession is.
Yes. It's not even my obsession. It's just like working.
It is your obsession. We figured that out like day one at Blackpool.
It's Blackpool's weird, right? Because if you bring your own personality, you can jam with magicians and have fun. But if you're actually there to sell or dem, it has to be something that people love. And every magician loves right to the limit kind of edgy stuff and stuff that explodes and fire. So that's it.
We're just big kids when it comes down to it. So we just laugh at fart jokes and we just like stuff that makes a mess. So anything, confetti cannon.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything. Yeah.
Maybe that's what we should do at close-up gigs as we're leaving. Just get a massive confetti cannon when we're by the door.
Well, I mean, definitely be an entrance, right? It'd be absolutely hilarious entrance. Or an exit.
I would definitely do it as an exit so you don't have to clean it up at the end.
Yeah, sure.
God, where was I? I did a wedding in York, Owlerton Lodge or something like that in Yorkshire. And the bride and groom had confetti cannons. And they let them off for a photo shoot. The manager come out and said, will you be cleaning those up or do you want us to do it? And she went, if you're all right to do it. She said, yeah, it'll be an additional £50 on the day. Just to hoover up.
Congratulations. Congratulations on your wedding as well.
The worst thing I could never get over is my friend got married in Germany. Because I'm half German, if you didn't know that. So I went to Germany.
Guten Abend.
Yeah, guten Abend. And he got married, and they booked a photographer, and they went to this lovely park, right? like a public owned park, but it was fenced off, and they had to pay to get in with all the wedding guests, and I just looked at the guy at the cashier, just saying, "Are you serious, mate? They're going to be in, take like 20, 30 odd pictures, or maybe 100, whatever. It's going to be like the only time in their life they're going to get these pictures, and you're making them pay for us, including them. You're not even giving them a free entry." It's like, it was crazy. It was nonsense. Like, why would you do that?
Oh, crikey.
Okay, got another question for you, Harry.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can give you a bit of time to think about this, but what is, while you're thinking about this, I'm going to throw the question at Andy. He doesn't get any time, right? Harry, what is your favourite magic trick? Favourite magic trick? I've never asked Andy this. Harry, should it go over to Andy?
Favourite magic trick I
I'm gonna let my dog out.
Magic trick I've seen.
Either or. Yeah, both are the same category. Your favourite magic trick?
Favourite magic trick I perform is Waving the Aces by Guy Hollingworth. I just think it's really it's as pure as magic can be. Favourite trick I've seen? I like, and I've got to be honest, I've seen it live as well. Lance Burton's Dove Act.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. That's a full act. You can't do that close up.
No. Well, mind you, what's the living statue called? Oh, crikey.
Human statue.
What was he's been at Blackpool, and he's a white statue with a stick, and he has a head, and it floats around. I can't think of his name. I'm sure somebody.
Derek Lever.
No, not Derek Lever. Crikey!
When you just said white with a stick, that's all I pictured.
Somebody put it in the comments. He has performed on stage at Blackpool twice, I think. That night, it'll come to me. It's my senior moment brain. It will come to me, and I will say it because it's well worth a watch. It's fab. Yeah.
It's not the one where somebody carries this character on.
No, he starts on stage, and he's stood on a white block, and he's dressed in a white robe, white face, and he's holding a staff and a head. And then the head starts moving around.
That's cool.
And then it moves, and then the other head starts moving, and then the staff moves, and you're almost like, I kind of know how it's done, but there's moments in it where you think, well, he's not got 3 arms. How can he be moving all the pieces? And it's amazing. Wow. I will find it. Okay,
I'll find it. It sounds really good. Yeah. What's yours, Harry?
Oh, it's such a tough question. It's so tough.
It is. It's a tough one.
I don't think I've actually ever had an effect where I'm like, oh my god, it's the best. I think I really appreciate a lot of different tricks, and one of them that I really, really appreciate is free fly, like a really beautiful free fly. It's just amazing to watch in my eyes. Right? So I haven't looked into many stage illusions or stage magicians, so I can't really comment on that. I don't think I've got enough knowledge to actually say, oh, this is amazing, right? But a really good free fly. And I don't know, like, what's the trick? I don't know. I don't really have a favorite.
Well, that's it.
I'm still looking for it.
Still looking. Amazing, yeah. Yeah.
But I seen someone do a triumph the other day, right? And I absolutely loved it, but it wasn't because the effect was great anyway. But the performance of it really made it like incredible. And I think when the two pair up, where the trick is incredible and the performer itself has done a really incredible job with it, I think that's when I really go, wow, I absolutely loved that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, if it was just a favorite trick, you could do a build change with a thumb tip and it'd be awful and no one would like it again. Or you can see it again and be like, wow, that was completely incredible. So I think it's hard to judge what a favorite trick is, because you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think a lot of it as well is down, like you said, down to the personality of the person performing it. So it could be the worst trick in the world. We watched the amazing Jonathan do a Bill, a torn and restored Bill.
Yeah.
And all he does is wrap sellotape around it, but he gets, how long did he get out of it? 4 minutes?
Oh, yeah. But it was just funny, right? All the way through.
Yeah, so.
He just rips it up and then. Oh, yeah. The way he does it is brilliant. He did it under the cloth and then started wrapping it up.
I love that.
Something like magic often sounds like sellotape. And it just so good. Yeah.
Do you know one routine that I really like that has stood out? Mark Oberon's linking rings. It's like so memorable as a routine.
I still don't know where that third ring come from.
Right, Harry, if you haven't seen it, Harry, basically he's performing a full routine with 2 linking rings.
Yeah.
And he unlinks them, links them, does a few really sweet little moves where they pass through each other, you know, like they can't pass through, but they do. And then at the end, he links the 2 together and he kind of shakes them, boom, and a third ring appears linked.
That's incredible. That is incredible.
Absolutely phenomenal. Really is. Yeah.
Just commented about Mario Lopez's Southpaw. Have you watched that on Penn and Teller yet?
No,
I haven't seen it. We've been too busy. Like we haven't really caught up with anything. But we're going to check it out.
I watched it today, I think. And I mean, Mario Lopez is that Southpaw is insane. If you think Matt Edwards was great on Britain's Got Talent with Southpaw, this is the next level of what you can do with it.
Yeah, cool. I think Matt Edwards did a good job at making it entertaining. He made it like super interesting. And then I imagine if Mario has done the same thing and he's made it interesting. I've seen a lot of Southpaws over the years. I mean, I would say I've probably seen it performed about 20 times live in front of me, and I've never been grabbed by it.
Haven't you?
The only times that I have were Matt Edwards when I used to perform with him in Spain. His Southpaw routine was amazing. And then, I'm looking forward to seeing Mario's.
Yeah, you're going to love it. It's just, I don't even want to ruin it for you because it is so good.
Cool. I will check it out.
Yeah.
So
is there any...
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, just before we move on, somebody has put it in chat, but I've also found it as well. I mean, I've been looking. It's this guy here, and it's Jerome Murat.
Yeah.
And it's called Le Statue. So what I'll do...
I know it. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, what I'll do is when we finish this...
Hang on. I'll tell you what. How about I pull out of this show? We'll play it a little later on at the end, and I'll upload it now. You two keep chatting. I'm going to be listening. I'm still here. I'm just sat here on the same seat. You carry on. I'll go and get it.
All right.
Oh, there we go. Oh, we get to see it as well. Smoothini did a great one as well.
Southpaw. That's referring to the Southpaw.
Yeah. I mean, I've got to be honest. I don't tend to watch a lot of magic when I'm on TV now. Yeah. Just because I don't know, they seem to edit it a lot. They don't let the performers just get on and perform it. Yeah, it seems to be a lot of they look at the audience, they look at Penn and Teller, and you miss a lot of the important things. You know, some of the lines they take out and that sort of thing, which sort of hinders it a lot. But it's all TV, isn't it? So
no problem. I do.
So you said you've got some stuff to show us.
Yeah. So I've been really lucky lately that I was approached in Blackpool. I was approached by a gentleman there, and he really wanted to get me to come to his club and lecture. And that was the first time. I mean, I've only performed, I think, at the Saturn Stand 2 years in a row, or maybe 3. I'm not sure. But for them to be snapped up by someone and say, "Oh, do you need to come and lecture our club?" So that's a bit sad, right? So anyway, I went home and had a really hard think of what it is I've done and what I've got. And the first one was terrible. The whole lecture notes. I've got it here. This is now the final product. Ooh, this bit here. There you go.
I think I've read them. I think you sent me them over before you got them printed.
I probably did. But now look at that. So I've got little QR codes in it now. Oh, this page. So you can see the handling of an effect and then scan it and you see like a video effect. No, straight to the camera, right? But coming to the main point, of performance and stuff for you, he literally said, come to the club and lecture. So I was like, well, I've got nothing to write down, right? I kind of thought that's the standard. You've got to write it down, and you can offer your notes out. And I've seen a few people just print A4 piece of paper out and I put a bind in it, and that's it. And I thought, well, no, if this is going to be something that I want to be proud of, I need to put some work and time in. And it did. It cost a bit of money. It does, as you know. And then I've got this final result now. It's great. But not just that, I've got a blueprint to extend, right? So as soon as I finished this, which was maybe early June, I've already, this June, I've already written another 3 or 4 things. And one of them I'm going to show you. The other one is something I literally made up. But I'm just trying it out for the first time. I'm going to give it a go, right? I'm going to give it a go. So,
do you want to go full screen?
Let's have a look. Yeah.
It will give you. Yeah, you'll still be able to hear me.
Yeah.
So can we?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Well, can we
solo screen?
Please.
Oh wow, that's a big frame. There's a little baby cop. Right. Cool.
Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you. Yeah.
Super.
All right, here we go. So this is something I'm playing around with, and so please, this is a jam session, as you said before. So let me know what you think. Generally, let me know what you think, because if this is cool, then you can have, or you can use it to create whatever you want with it, right? Great. So first of all, I've got an app on my phone which it randomizes stuff in order. Does that make sense, right? So,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so I'm going to unlock my phone. Who's that? So I'm going to plot twist. I'm going to unlock my phone, and I'm going to get the app up for you. Oh, here we go. I'm going to get the app up for you now. Sorry, you know I'm a big fan of you guys anyway. So I'm going to get the app up, right? So this is what's cool. It's called Chance, and I've actually loaded in chocolate bars, if you can see. Yeah. Yeah. So what you do is you can scroll through the different selections of chocolate bars. Oh, thank you, Oscar. So you can scroll through the different chocolate bars, okay? Yeah. And if you wanted to randomize them, which is what we're going to do, just press that button, and it just brings or puts chocolates in a random order, right? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to look away and press it for you. And then, Andy, if you can memorize the order of them, or memorize the chocolates that appear, okay?
Yeah, will do.
Let's see if we can do it. So, is that my finger on there? All right, I'm going to look away. Did that work?
It did.
Okay, and you can memorize those bits of chocolate?
Yeah.
Do you need a bit more?
No, that's it. I've got it. Perfect.
I'm going to lock my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Great. All right, amazing. So, I want to say that one of the chocolate bars gives you a bit of a holiday feel, like palm trees, something like that, right? Like coconut.
No.
No. Oh, no? You sure?
No.
All right. Okay. Okay. That was the guess at one. Name one of the chocolate bars for me. Just anyone.
Just name one.
Yeah, that was on the result you just had.
Boost.
Oh, okay. All right. A boost. Okay. We'll come back to that. The next one. Oh, I've got another 2 chances to get one of these right. The next one. Let's go for. Oh, it's good. It's good. Yeah, I'm getting a sense for it. It's up in the stars. Okay. It's named after constellation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that one of the ones you've got?
Maybe.
Milky Way, right?
No.
Okay. All right. Anyway, like I said, we'll come back to that. I've actually got a box right here.
Oh.
Something's inside it. I'll bring it down a little bit actually, so you can see. And inside, hopefully, I'll get one of the chocolate bars right. A Snickers. Come on.
No.
So there's that 3 fails.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Andy, that's not good at all. Right.
No. Sorry.
No, it's not.
I should have picked better.
No, don't worry, Andy. It's fine. I'm just gonna click on right now. What did you say? What was the first chocolate bar you landed on?
Well, I wrote them down because I'm old. So the first one was a Mars.
A Mars?
What you were gonna get?
Oh, okay,
Mars, yeah. And then Coffee Crisp.
No, Andy, stop there, stop there. It was a Mars?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, do you know how magic is deceptive?
Right.
Does that look like the inside of a Mars to you?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
That's because that is a Mars. Okay. Well, snap again. Does that look like the inside of a toffee crisp?
It does, yeah.
Hold on. And you named them right at the start. And is that the inside of a Boost?
It is.
My God.
I want one of those chocolate bars.
You're making me hungry.
Yeah. So that was literally an idea that hungry now. That was literally an idea that I had for an app, right? So it's the app that gave me the motion for this, and it was supposed to be a Lego figure, and you'd be able to swipe, like the spectator could swipe the individual bits along, and then the Lego, and when they pressed or when you did something, a pre order would right? And then you could produce that. Anyway, it never made it anywhere. And then I chatted to a dude who's even younger than me called Joshua Riley. You might have come across him before. And he kind of like took that on and made this app now, which he's called Randomizer. And the Randomizer now is exactly what I hoped it would look like. Yeah. So anyway, I was like, whoa, hold on a minute. What if you like took chocolate bars and cut them to, and then that's just kind of what happened last night. So my wife went shopping. I was like, buy me 3 chocolate bars that all kind of look the same, but like same size and shape, and do it. And came home, and then that literally was made. So you can pick up, right? It's great. And you can just make your own pictures. You can upload whatever you want in it, and then you can obviously reset the order, right? So if you wanted to do something like that with 3 spectators and press the randomize, it's great. And so if you're interested in it, Joshua Riley is actually selling that app for quite a lot, I think. Yeah. So hit Joshua Riley up on Facebook, and you can purchase the randomizer and help a little up and coming dude who's good at apps to get a bit more.
No, that's really good. That's really good. I mean, that effect on its own. I mean, it's a. Oh, I was going to be cheesy then and say it's a sweet thing, but it's really good.
It is. It's really good. It's a great idea.
Because that's generally, this is me sharing something to magicians to see what they think about it. You know.
Is it like a website that you go to and you hit the randomizer, or is it an app on your actual phone?
Yeah. So it's controlled by Josh, so he'll give you an access code to it, and then it's a web-based app. Yeah, like you said, Josh. Yeah. Well.
So is there a way that people can, if they were to go to the website themselves, they'll then see an actual randomizer?
Well, I don't know if that actually does work, because I think you need an authentication code to get it on your phone, which then saves its IP address. I'm assuming that's how it works. So you wouldn't be able to.
So the magician goes on his phone.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Oh, it's dodgy in it. It works great. So
that's really good.
Did you just say it's dodgy in it? It is dodgy, but it's a good idea. It's great. It's a great idea. That's a cool routine. Stitching them together like that is really good. And if you can randomize 3 different things, I imagine.
Yeah, you can, exactly. So for this, I just used chocolate bars because I knew that's the end effect I wanted. But you could generally, if you've seen Kieran's idea on the gift deck or whatever, where you have the words written down, this would eliminate you carrying an extra pack of cards if you wanted it to that effect, you know.
You could minimize. Tell you something else you could do. You could different celebrities, right? And then once they hit randomize and they end up with 3 different celebrities, what you could do is end up with, you have a prediction which is, you know, in an envelope or whatever for them to open, and then you've got like the head of a celebrity, the body of another celebrity. It could be something like I don't know, Hulk Hogan. You know, his body like looking so obvious, and then some like real slim character's legs or something like that.
Yeah, definitely good.
And you stitch it all together and it'd look quite funny. I was almost thinking like, I don't want this to sound like, no, I'm not going to say it. It sounds a little bit ridiculous. I'm going to say like some, I don't know, Donald Trump's head or whoever.
Yeah.
Head. I want keep Donald Trump out of that. Mr. T's head.
Yeah.
Pamela Anderson's body.
Yeah, sure. Oh yeah. Perfect.
And then somebody who's got some famous legs of some sort. A dancer, a famous dancer. Michael
SpongeBob SquarePants.
What?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you could make a stage routine out of it.
Yeah.
Have somebody up. You go behind the screen and say, well, I'm going to dress as a famous person. Yeah. Keep randomizing until you're happy. And then you come back from behind the thing with your head on, the coat on, and the legs. Yeah. That would be a really good finale.
Yeah, Claire just said you can do like a facial. Yeah, so you have the facial. You can have the hair, the eyes, the mouth, or the nose, and create that way, you know, like a portrait kind of thing. Animals for kids show. Oh, look, see, this is great. All these people are just coming up with these ideas. So yeah. Joshua's actually commented on there, so you can his Facebook name's on there. So yeah, go ahead.
That's a really good idea. Steve-O said pulling up like a really weird looking stuffed toy. So you could make it look really, really weird if you went and bought some things that you could, and you actually stitch them together really badly. Toy.
Voodoo type thing or something.
Yeah, nice. Give the kids nightmares for years. You'll be fine.
Oh man, cool. Oh, go on.
You could get them mixed up at kids' parties. So at kids' parties, you could have like random weapons on it, flip knives. What are you going to get out of here?
That's pretty cool. Oh man, so I'm happy that I can use that now and use some of these ideas for it. But it's great. So there you go. That's one thing I literally put together just for today. So I knew I could showcase it today and show you guys, see what you think about it. So
really good. So if people want to get that, where do they get it?
So I spoke to Josh earlier and he said, if you're interested, give Joshua Riley a message. And look at the t-shirt, instant change. You're perfect, right? Give Joshua Riley a message on Facebook and he'll hook you up. I don't think it is actually that expensive, but I haven't spoke this with Josh, but we can give a discount. He can give a discount, should I say?
Does that mean he's going to pretend? Does that mean he's going to pretend it was more expensive than it was, and then he's?
Well,
I told him.
Is that what you mean? What he was selling it originally was ridiculous. I think he was selling it for $5 or something. I was like, dude, come on, you actually need to like look after yourself a bit. And he put it up, and I think it might be like £20 now. I'm not too sure. So
that's not expensive, not for all the ideas that we've just come up with there.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so
you know.
Yeah, don't give a discount. If Joshua's watching, don't give a discount because I know how hard he works as well. I had I had a few little lessons of making apps with Joshua, and he works really hard. So don't give a discount. Just keep it the price. If it's only 20 quid, you can come up with so much with it.
Yeah.
Really,
especially
really good.
if you can alter it yourself.
Cool.
You can put whatever you want on there. I mean, it's
he generally gave me it's not the code, and that's the wrong thing, but he gave me the measurements, and then he gave me a link to a web code page called Canva, I think it is. And on there, you just go and create new image. You upload the one you want. You can change the background of it. So you've got the color of the actual app, which he's got a code for, and then also the dimensions. So then all of a sudden, and that's what I did today. I created all those images today, uploaded them in, and they don't look like they don't belong there, you know. So it generally did work. So
cool.
He has just put a message in. He said, "I'll do it for $19.99, £10 off, so it should be £30."
Okay.
So
there you go. If you're interested, if that's something that floats the kind of style, then go ahead, go for it.
Yeah,
it's really good.
I'll show you one more app-based thing, which. Yeah, talking about Chad Long, I've seen this whole thing, and then from there on, this came, and I absolutely loved this. Okay, here we go. So I don't need to unlock my phone now and have a joke anymore. Actually, should I do it again? Because I thought that was great. I'm going to unlock my phone. Okay. and bring up a calculator this time. Okay, perfect. So this calculator. Oh, can you see that, guys? Is that a bit too bright?
No,
Yeah.
a little bit too bright.
Yeah, I'll turn it down. Is that better? Does that work more? Yeah?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, brilliant. So
Just bring it a little bit further forwards.
Yeah? Good.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Now, normally I would hand you my phone and you would type in something which is important to yourselves. But just for this demonstration purposes, go ahead and, Joel, give me a date which is important to you. And I'll type it in a 6-digit format, please.
Okay, the 2nd of April, 0204.
04, yeah. Oh, 2004, sorry. I don't know what April is.
No, sorry. The date is 0204.
0204, and then the year?
2013.
Okay, so that'll be 13, right? Yeah, that would be a 6-digit format now. Perfect. I'll press the plus button, and then Andy, could you also give me a date in a 6-digit format as well?
Yes, certainly. 11/07.
Yeah.
1980.
1980, so 80. Okay, there you go. So that's 2 dates now, which we added. And if we multiply it all, Joel, name one number, just one digit, anyone?
The number 9.
Number 9, and then Andy, could you give me another digit?
3.
3, perfect. And when we press equals, we get a what's that? 7-digit number. Okay.
Mikey, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So 7-digit number. What is it that we can do with a 7-digit number? Well, this is a number that you guys have created yourselves by adding your dates and then multiplying it by a random number. And this means nothing to either of you, right?
No.
No. Okay. Joel, you should know this.
Yes.
How many cards are in a deck?
6. Sorry, 52.
6. Okay, perfect. 52 cards. So you would agree, right, that this number that we currently have landed on, we could break down into 4 groups, which would give us locations in the pack. So if we had 4 as a first number, it could be the 4th card, or if we went a step further, the second number was a 1, it could be the 41st card, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Andy, make a decision. Would you like 4 or 41?
I'm going to go for...
4.
Oh, sorry, Andy.
Go on, Andy.
4, please.
You sure you want 4?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That then leaves the next number, which is a 1, and followed by an 8. Now, let's be honest. In Magic, we all can agree no one actually uses the top card. So, you happy to go with 18?
Yeah.
We've already got a low number, so we've got 4, 18. And then what's the 4 last numbers there, Andy?
The 4 last numbers.
Yeah.
2,638.
2,638. So yeah, if you just read it out, 2,638, that would go quite nicely to 26 and 38, right?
Yeah.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
Now, if you had chosen a different number at the start, like 41, you know the outcome would have been different again, right?
Yes.
Okay. So here we go. You could take this pack of cards now, and I would like you to deal to the 4th card and just do that in your own time. 3, 4. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll take the 4th card and we'll just move it to the side. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the spectator would take the next number, which was 18. So the next card they'll deal down is actually the 5th card. Agreed? Because that was the 4th, that's the 5th. So now I go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18th card right here. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Brilliant. Then the next number was 26. So this is the 19th card. And again, we'll count to 26. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Right here. Obviously, by now they've learned that the next card is the 27th, and they'll go to 38 now. So 20. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, and the 38th card right here. Now, already what I love in the comments, Gareth Whitty said, bottom deal alert. There is no bottom deals. Generally, the spectator has and could have dealt to exactly these cards.
Yep.
The reveal is however you want to stage it. You can get one of the spectators to divvy out the 4th card, the 18th, the 26th, the 38th, whatever they want, and you turn it over in however manner you like. But the spectator has actually dealt themselves to the 4 kings with a number that they've generated themselves.
Very cool.
There you go. So this was an idea really that I was inspired by Chad Long when I seen his 4-ace routine. And if they knew the bottom deal, if you spectate knew the bottom deal, they could just obviously deal. That'd be great. This was an idea which I watched after viewing Chad Long's 4 aces, and it's never a 4-card production. To me, has always been very just skillful. I don't think it's actually magic, right? It's just couple cards, 4 cards. Look at that, right? Whereas I thought if the spectator was able to cut to it, and we all know there are routines where they can do this. If the spectator could do it and he didn't even touch the cards, that would be really good, right?
Yes.
And I mean, if you haven't guessed it now, this is just using the toxic principle on the calculator. So it could be a spectator's borrowed phone, and the number you can create yourself as well. So it can be quite unique, however you wanted, right?
Yes.
What's nice though for magicians, plot twist. There's a second out for it. So you could have dealt actually to the 4 aces had you said 41, because the way the number is set up, if it's 4, I don't want you to pick 1. Obviously, it's a silly thing to do. So I dismissed the first card, dislodging everything 1 space up. Right? Had you said 41, then we would have had 41, 8, 26, 38, and that would have been all the 4 aces then. So so it's quite. You do whatever you want with it. You can make 5 numbers and have a poker hand. The spectator can do a plot twist. The spectator could have dealt themselves their own like flush hand or whatever. Like, so that's again something.
It's really good. It's a really good idea. It's a good way to use toxic. You've kind of built a routine rather than just revealing something that's so quick and simple.
I think it was. I mean, it's always for bills, right? And, serial number, and I thought, well, I never use it, but I know it's powerful. It's either this or mobile phone number reveal. But now I'm like, well. Now you've got something which makes no sense, but then makes sense again at the end. So
great. Really good.
That's really good.
I've called that forced.
Right. Okay.
There you go.
Can we talk a little bit about your book?
Yes, sure. I'll get my dog in.
Did you say it's going dogging?
I'm going dogging. Yeah. Oh, cool. So, the lecture that I put together. So it's an ongoing project which I've named Elementary. The name was inspired by my fellow mentor Kieran with his ice stuff, and Reborn and Max. So it's all ice. So I based it on that really because he taught me a lot about how to flash produce and sleeveless as well, which I absolutely love. So. I called it Elementary, and then there's a few other people that have actually played a big part in it. So I've had a few proofreaders, I've had a tattoo artist who's actually drawn the element symbols for me as well. Yeah, so there's one of them, right? She's drawn the symbols there. Okay, and then the QR codes were so kindly filmed by my wife, edited by myself. And then Dave, Mark Zack, he's a guy from Cardiff, or lives in Cardiff anyway. He edited all this for me. So I think that's part of his job. And he was just like, I've been furloughed, I've got nothing to do. I was like, here you go, take all this and maybe do something with it. But it's just a few tricks, right? It's about 12, there's 12 routines in there, 12 effects. All of them, some of them are really creative, unique. Some of them are, like a sleeving technique with a coin. Now, I don't know if you've seen it, and I don't really want to embarrass myself now, but I'll try it for you guys.
Okay, you're on the full screen.
The jam sesh, right?
Yeah, you're all right. We fail at stuff all the time. Don't worry about it.
The idea
Speak
of
for yourself, Andy.
So the idea of this is, right, you believe research. That, I mean, I never had to do this before, Joel, right? And I know you've written a few books. I've got 2 of them here, actually. And I know the research that goes in and the crediting and gee whiz. It's been great because I've been able to hook up with Danny Goldsmith and Ben Seidman to like get all these references of what's there. And this is the coin vanish that I was playing around with, and this was something that was based with Taran, and you can just make the coin vanish quite clean one-handed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just the sleeve-in motion by, I think you best guess that, right? But it's kind of just a retention vanish, and it just drops straight into your sleeve here by taking it, pretending to place it, and then you use your thumb to kick the coin down, and then it sits on that little lip. So when you reach up now, the gravity will actually drop it, and it vanishes. So that was an idea I was playing around with.
Looks great.
After seeing Taran do something in Blackpool, he's got this gecko vanish. I think he tried to do it for you before. He's like, that one. Have you seen that vanish that he does? God, it's pretty smart. I'm not going to ruin it for you guys. It's pretty smart, but yeah, that was a coin vanish. So that's in there. There's also a pen sleeve switch. There is something.
It looks really good. Do you mind if we see it again? It looks great.
Sure.
Like, don't teach it again. Just show us it again. No, don't teach us it again. Just show us it. Yeah, it looks great.
Okay. So take the coin and just place it right here. Just a squeeze, and there you go. So
it looks really good.
Really good.
And the first time you showed me it, then I mean, had you not mentioned your sleeve beforehand, I wouldn't have even thought about your sleeve, because your hand's cupped, so it's really kind of eliminating the possibility of it going down your sleeve because you're here. So that thumb movement is really clever.
Yeah, you kind of take the coin, holding it at the fingertips, and you're trying to put like in French drop position, so you can act this out as much as you wanted then, and then you can go straight into it, which gives you the clean hand motion there. So it's really cool. I was trying to a free fly, right? I wanted to have a really lovely, clean free fly routine, and this is one of the things I ended up using for it. But in the other hand, so I mean, I actually will jam it. If you don't mind, I'll jam the idea with you guys. Okay?
It's up to you. Yeah. Of course you can. We'd love to see it. Can I put you on a full screen again?
Yeah, sure. So I don't know how well this will go, but I love free fly, so I don't want to butcher it really. Oh, hold on a minute. I think I'm missing my my shell. Now, where did that go?
That's the end of that.
Got it. I got it. It was in my pocket. So, okay. The idea would be is to have 3 coins as normal, right? And when you transfer the coins across, you hold the shell back. So now my coins are a bit noisy, as everyone keeps telling me, but you would have the first visual vanish with the back and the projection, so it'd be from there to here. That would be the first projection, right? Now, what people do with they try and over-justify, I find, with a free fly routine, how to count the coins, but actually the shell really gives perfect cover to you to show 2 hands empty and only ever show 3 coins, right?
Yeah.
Now, from this position, it's a little bit harder, and I haven't really figured this out just yet, but you can kind of de-shell it in like a throw-in motion and do a cross right there, okay?
Yeah.
When you come back now, the last one, you just, again, use the shell to cover 3 hands. Now you take the 2 here, you show this one, come back and say, oh, God, here we go. Sweat your hands now. 1 and 2 coins, okay? Nearly dropped it. You just show it one more time, 1, and then have 3 right in that hand by de-shelling it. So it's, they never actually touch, right? So that was my whole idea by using that sleeve motion for that ditch at the end. So,
That's great. It's a great idea.
But that's in the book. Now you know. Now you know how it's done.
But don't teach anything else. Don't teach anything else.
No. I know. I'd like it. I like it too much if I'm honest. But I just want to share.
God.
But I mean, I could say if you want to see the video performances, you've got to get the QR codes. They're nowhere else, right? They're only in the.
So can people buy your lecture notes directly from you then?
Yeah. So I've got a few copies in the house. Obviously, I was supposed to go on a tour, which is still planned. It's just postponed a little bit.
Yeah.
So I've got copies in the house, and if the interest is there, I will obviously get more copies in. You know, so it is ready to go. I've got about 10 copies in the house now, but thanks to Joel, he's kind of told me where to find a good printer, which helps you out, and it did. So cool. Right.
Yeah. No, the three fly, that was really good. I mean, I learned originally Daryl's three fly routine,
Yeah.
and then it's lots of touching the coins together. So you like this. This is the only coins I've got available at the moment. You like this. So as you make one disappear, you then touch, and then you add in the coins on each time.
Yeah.
So I thought it is justifiable when you show. So you're here, so you're peeling them off to do it.
Yeah.
But that's really nice. I mean, if you structured it right, they would swear that they'd never touched, like you said, just for that second while you show your hand empty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really, the reason why I haven't done or haven't shown it to a lot of people is purely because I like the trick so much overall that if I were to do this, I want it to be so practiced and structured that it would hit 100% every time, because I don't want to butcher something which is really beautiful, you know. Yeah. But I have got I've got some really cool workings on something where it's a free flight effect, but it uses £4, and rather, can I say it's already been stolen or whatever? I don't know what it's like. I mean, it's cool, but you have £4, so two £2 coins, and rather than the coins going across, they actually break down and go across in different denominations. So you have £4 here, close your hand, come back, and now there's £1.50, £2.50, yeah, and it goes across like that, £1, £3, and so I've got a whole method. I've got like all the gimmicks I need for it. I've created some bloody coin gas for it as well, which is pretty insane. So
cool.
looking at that. Yeah, it's nice. It's just something a bit more, it's different.
Yeah, I mean, really, if you could sort of move the coins across, you could go, well, I've got £4 here. Yeah. Hang on, I've got £1.50, and yeah.
What if I told you though, Andy? Right, the structure of the routine that I've got, your hands never touch. It's just literally £4, and then it's changed. Like there's £1.50 here, sand, £2.50 here, goes again, £2, £2. Then it's like £3.50 here, 50 pence, and then it's like £4 all in that hand. So they never actually come across. They never touch.
Really?
Just literally fingertip to fingertip. Yeah.
That is really nice. Yeah.
I just had to pull myself out of the stream because I was choking on my drink. I don't know if you heard me coughing.
Yeah.
I want to share two more things with you guys about the lecture notes in the book. But there's one little thing which I absolutely adored, and I don't know how this came about, but you know the card to wallet. When I was going through the card to wallet thing, I figured out that no one actually uses their jackets in there.
No.
This sent me on a crazy journey to Steve Bedwell. I mean, I'm hearing all these names and speaking to these people, which are absolute legends, apparently, right? Steve Bedwell, had a great long chat with him, and he had a really nice way of producing cards from different pockets with the system that he created, right? And so what mine was really, really silly.
Do you want the full screen again?
Yeah, go on then. You can, yeah. So I'm actually really awful at palming. I'm really bad at palming. So I wanted to do something which was quite different, without really palming. And the misdirection was built in however you wanted to do it. But say we had the 8 of hearts. When you do your cock or steel, whatever, you would load it into your arm with the justification of your pen. Right? And when it goes in, you plug it in the right place. And now, taking the pen back or whatever. But the reveal was greater than anything else, because now the reveal is actually that zip there in your arm. So you can just open this up now.
Yeah.
You reach into it, you get the card, you can just pull it all the way straight through, and then you've got the 8 of hearts, which you've just loaded. And that was really easy to do. It's just looking at something which is so obvious, it's staring in your face. Because if you do card to wallet, which is normally in this pocket anyway, you're only going another couple of inches, and you got the same effect but completely isolated.
Yeah. That's really nice.
Yeah. So, but that's in the book as well. Shows you.
Tomorrow,
all I've got to do now is find a jacket.
Yeah. Harry, you don't need to buy a book anymore because you've given it all away. I will. Oh God, I will say another thing that I've performed quite a lot, and it was my opener. It was my card opener, right? I'm not going to do the mini thing that I wanted to do, which you see in the video where the little card flips out. That's great fun for a cool card trick.
Oh
opener.
Yeah.
This one I thought was easy, and again, give me your ideas on this. But
right, hang on, Harry, listen to me. Is this in your book?
It is, yeah.
Right, don't teach it. Just show us it.
Yeah.
You don't have to teach us. You've already taught us loads of amazing stuff.
Know. Okay, right, no problem. So this would be an opener for a card trick while you're setting yourself up for the second trick. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
Joel, name me a force card which we're going to use.
Say that again, sorry.
Name me a force card which we are going to use, like for the next trick.
All right, okay. Force the Queen of Spades.
Queen of Spades, perfect. Okay. So this deck will be handed out, and your spectator will shuffle them. So, Andy, I want you to think of a playing card, right? Don't make it something obvious. Just think of one, but don't tell me what it is. Just think of it.
I've thought of one.
Okay. Andy, I'm not. Keep thinking of it for me.
I am.
Yeah. Okay. I think I've got it. I'll bring my camera down a little bit. I'm going to put this in your hand. Okay. I'm going to place the card in your hand.
Yeah.
Right there. If this is the card you're thinking of, that'd be an absolute miracle, right?
It would, yeah.
Now this is isolated, so I can't touch it. This would be your hand. What is the card you're thinking of?
The Two of Spades.
Perfect. So if this is the Two of Spades, because the Two of Spades is definitely not in my deck, this would be the same time where you would turn this over, right? And read out exactly what it says. So you go ahead and read that out. That would then say.
Okay. You've just frozen on my screen, so I'm having to just wait a moment.
Yeah, sure.
I can still see. Yeah.
Yeah. What's it on the card?
Yes.
Oh,
this is my card.
Yeah. Yes, this is my card. Yeah.
Great. So now you've got all your audience laughing. Everybody's having a joke now. So yeah, cool. But actually, Andy, if I was a real magician, you wouldn't be satisfied with this trick. So I can just go ahead and change it to, what was it? Oh, Two of Spades you wanted, right?
Two of Spades, yes, please.
No, that was the card.
Well, hey.
Right. Now, anyway, let's move on to that. Joel, whenever you're right, you just say stop.
Stop.
Perfect. Take that card from me, and we'll continue using that.
Brilliant. That's really good.
That would be, I performed, I wanted to have an opener, which was really cool. So I did it without that step, and I just said, think of a playing card. And then I would set my deck up in front of them under the misdirection of this. And then, when I would turn it over and be like, yeah, that's cool, right? And it would never match. And I thought, well, surely I'm missing the beat of magic here. And that's how that came about. So that's in the book. And I've also got the cards here. So if you're interested, give me a message. And I can send you the card, which is completely printed, red back it is only, in the book, which I'm selling for £15.
15? Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. That's really good, by the way. I really like the routining of that. You've kind of set yourself like ahead as well, which is just really nice. And it flows as a smooth routine. What is, if people want to buy this off you, how will they get it?
Yeah, so you can message me, obviously, on Facebook is probably my most one to get in touch with me.
Yeah, and if you want to buy it now, like, what is your PayPal?
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. So it would be Lord Harri Magic, I think it is. Yeah, just that.
Lord Harri, that's HARRI.
I'll check it out for you now.
Magic.
I never use it enough, you see. I'm useless at
Lord Harri Magic at Pornhub.com. Is that right?
Yeah, so it's paypal.me/Lord Harri. So.
Okay, right, hang on. What's your email address they'll send it to?
Yeah, okay, so my email address that's linked to this is s.harrington89@hotmail.com.
Bear with me. Oh, that's right. Give me the PayPal.me.
Yeah, forward and then capital L, Ord, O-R-D,
Lord Harry.
capital H, A-R-R-I.
Oh, I'm trying to write this out. Sorry. I just want people to see this because there's a real good chance you've shared a lot of material here. And I think you can see like the absolute strength of your work there. So let me save this and then I can put this up in a moment.
I mean, there's also for those who are a little bit scared of flash paper, because I know that is a thing in the magic world, right? That people are a bit afraid of flash paper. There's also like a few tips in there of how to handle it and what my best experience has been, because I mean, I have literally flash produced stuff ever since I got into magic, which is 6 years now, right? So it's not that long of a time, but for 6 years, every opener being like that for a table, it does come together quite nicely of how I do need a website, Gareth. I do have one actually, but it's under construction. It never works half the time, and it was like a college project of one of my friends around here. They're like, or one of our friends' daughters. She had to do like a dissertation. Thank you, dissertation on like web-based stuff, and she was like, oh, I don't know what to do. And as I do, you just talk exactly how I think. And I was like, well, why don't you make a website? Just make it for me. And yeah, she was like, oh yeah, I'll do that. So it just happened, and it worked really well. And then she kind of just handed me the responsibility, and then I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, I'm the same. I've got a website. Joel keeps shouting at me, you need to do more on it, and you need to do it. And I'm like, I keep
promising that I'll do some work on your website for you, but we keep forgetting.
I know, but we have been busy. We've been so busy. It's been unreal. But I don't know when I'm going to find time to go out and start performing again, to be honest with you. We're going to keep being this busy. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out and, well,
I've just managed to sign up to this absolutely amazing new agency called the Factory of Magic. I think few people have seen that going about. So Dean Williamson, you've met or know about Dean. He literally decided that he wanted to do things right and he wanted to be fair to magicians, because how many times in an agency are you chasing payments or you don't get the deposit, from the big companies out there that are doing that. And Dean said, well, I want to do it right. So he literally, there it is. Look at that. Perfect. So he literally made this new company called Factory of Magic, where, as an event booker, you can go straight on there. You can get in touch. You get a call back. They'll discuss with you, the team, what your event is. And then based on your event, Dean will actually put forward the person that's on his book who suits it. So you wouldn't send Taran to a kid's party because he got kicked out using Sponge Dom, right? So you wouldn't use him anymore. Yeah, but you could use someone who's a bit more kid friendly, right? The same as you probably wouldn't get me to go on a cruise ship to do a stage illusion. I just wouldn't be my thing. I wouldn't even know where to start. Yeah, so all bases are covered, and it's great. I mean, I must say, for someone who set that up from nothing, probably like yourselves as well, creating the real workers. You know how much time and effort goes into it, and when you have a product that you're proud of, you can really be happy of it. So I'm glad that I can be part of that, which will hopefully get me to do gigs, and I can quit my job and I can be on the other side of the full promo like you guys and live life, and be great.
Yeah.
Have time with my little daughter who can do a trick as well.
Can she do a trick?
Oh my god.
She can create a little part.
She's so fast asleep. Okay.
What time's the next feed?
It's all right. Hold on. I'll have to put you down a little bit. I'll get my little here you go, because she's only small.
You're not going to wake her up, are you, just to show her the trick?
Yeah, she'll be all right. So when she was born, I bought her a little pack of bicycle cards, so she would get into it straight away.
She's got no choice. Is that what you're saying? She will like magic.
Yeah.
No, not at all. But I've given her the tools to, start her. If she was interested. So you can do a little.
Give her the tools to put her off.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
How disappointed would you be if she got a first gig before you did?
I actually, if she got a gig before I did, I don't know. I think I would get her to pay me a percentage due to the teaching that I've done for her, you know. So
Good choice. Become the agent.
I could be the next agent for Izzy Simpson, right? That kind of style.
Yeah.
So I've got her basically. I've taught her this, and all you got to do is just say stop, right?
Okay. Stop.
Right to the bottom. Here we go. So I just need you to look at. I'll peek away. Obviously, she can't see it as well. So can you see that?
Just move it to your right a little bit.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, and we just lose that somewhere in the middle, right? So it's only a quick card trick. So and now I've got to kind of wake her up really for this, but it's all right. Hopefully her hand.
You haven't tattooed the 2 of diamonds on her, have you?
No, but she can. She's just reaching over and she's just showing me the card that you selected. Ah, you ruined it. You ruined the illusion.
Sorry.
You ruined the illusion. No, it's great.
Oh dear.
It's, I love doing this when I go out with the pram and someone's like, "Oh, you got married," and literally I just like peek over it and like, woo. It's so
Sorry,
fun.
I killed that for you, man. I do apologise.
It's what it's about, right? It's so fun. I'm not even embarrassed at all. Not even embarrassed.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And normally I think you have to do the next step to say, all right, she can do something else. Think of any animal, and then you get obviously like the bird coming up, right? The finger, which I think is hilarious, man.
Amazing. Really is.
So,
Well,
Harry,
Joshua.
can you just remind us how much your book is?
Yeah, sure. So £15, and I'll throw in one of the printed cards if you wanted that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Great stuff.
There we go. So if anybody wants to pick up Harry's book, it's £15. You can PayPal him now. If you watch my finger, you can see the email address right there. You can PayPal him, like direct to his PayPal. Go into your browser, paypal.me/Lord Harry. He says it's with a capital L, capital H. I don't think that matters. I think you can just put Lord Harry with W-R-I, and that'll work perfectly.
You just message me. We can have a chat about it anyway. And
We've just had a little message of Joshua, who is your app maker. And he says he's willing to give a copy of Randomizer to one person watching the show. Well, Joshua, that means I get to pick who it is. So the winner is me.
I was sat on the edge of my seat then as well, like, great.
Should we pick who it is? If everybody in the comments, if you put in the comment if you want a copy of the Randomizer, put that in there, and then me and Andy will pick somebody, and that'd be amazing.
Yeah, we can do that. That's no problem.
Wow! Rob Broadway's helped us out here. Rob from Blackpool Magic Club. If you want to send Harry £15 straight away, hit that link, and you'll be basically buying the book without even trying. So
I love Rob. Rob's such a lovely guy. He always makes a point of seeing me and chatting to me when I see him. It's amazing, right?
It is. It's good. I've got to be honest. The worst thing really is that I don't think Blackpool's going to go ahead this year. It's going to be such a gutting experience.
Well, do you know, I've been talking to somebody today who works in events and gets a lot of inside knowledge about what's going on with the situation. And she sells. Well, no, it's not, because it's not a definite, and I don't want to raise anybody's hopes whatsoever. But come November, let's just say the NEC have put Ozzy Osbourne on stage with 0 social distancing, and they're pretty confident it's going to be going ahead.
Ooh.
So,
when's that?
Say that again. That's in October.
In October.
End of October, yeah, Halloween special, and they're really confident it's going to happen. So, fingers crossed. It's always better to have a little bit of hope in this situation than not, right?
It probably started with Ozzy because he was the first one to bite the head off a bat.
Oh my god, it's amazing! I love that. Oh, dudes, insane.
All right, we've got a lot of people putting in for the randomizer. We've got Steve-O, we've got Dean, we've got Jimmy, Howard. David.
Yeah, good. I love the fact there's so much interest in it. Oh, bless. Oh man, can I share, which is not in a book, but this is really fun, I think. Right? So, is that all right?
Of course it is, yeah. We'll give everybody a few more minutes to put all the details in for the randomizer.
So
very quickly, let's make it totally clear. People, if you want a copy of the randomizer, you've got to put in a comment here, say yes, or just put randomizer, please, whatever you want, because we're going to pick somebody in about 5 to 10 minutes for a free copy of the randomizer. So put in the comments now if you want it. That's the only way you're going to get it.
Thank you, Josh, for going ahead with that. That's amazing. So I wanted to chat about the digital force bag, right? Because it's a great tool if you're using the digital force bag. But this is something which I haven't seen anybody do, and I absolutely love the idea of this. And if you wanna hand with getting some of the tools for it, go ahead, please message me again. So digital force bag, right, you choose 2 items, yeah, or 3, however you routine it. But the routine I've got is that you pick a film and your musical instrument. All right. Okay. Yeah. So when they've picked that, whatever your routine is, I have a reveal in my phone case in the wallet here, right? So I can't actually. I'm not gonna get you to do this, but you would take out the card where the prediction's written on, and this is actually my phone number. Okay. But they don't know that, right? It just says call this number to find out the prediction. So I've created the my ringtone, which when my phone rings will start off with the theme tune for the film they chose, but through a few editing tricks, then changes to a very awfully played version of the theme tune of the instrument that they chose.
Okay.
And that sounds, if I, Andrew, send you my, you can ring me, right?
Yeah, of course I can.
Yeah, give me a call, and then you can all hear it then. So let me switch off my silencer. So this would now be, they've picked a routine, they've typed in the number, and then when it rings, they would have chosen Jurassic Park in this instance, and the recorder. Okay? And because I know when it's going to happen, what's the instrument you chose? A recorder. Okay. There you go. So it's just really funny. It's such a great laugh. I mean, I've got the Avengers, which get played on a kazoo, which is just hilarious. I've got Star Wars on a French horn. So depending on what I want to do that day, that's the reveal that I will have. And it's honestly, it's made me fall in love with Digital Force Bag so much more because it's just hilarious. Plus, you get a number. If it's someone who's like generally wanting to book you for something, you've got their details as well.
Yep, that's a great idea. That's amazing.
Yay! So I thought I would share that with you because I've kept this back for like 2-3 years. I'm like, oh my god, I just have to tell people now because it's so good, so good.
That is amazing. So, can they get Digital Force Bag from you then as well?
No, Digital Force Bag is Nick Einhorn's, is it?
Yeah, you can just go straight to the App Store.
Yeah, that's right, the App Store. But on the Facebook group of Digital Force Bag, you can add in your presets, I think. So if you've created a list, you can actually export that text file out, I believe is what it does. And
could you not do that? Could you not do that with your randomizer?
Or get the images. I can definitely upload the images to the group. Yeah, of course. Yeah, because
so you could have the film,
the
recorder. You
know, of
You
course.
could do it with that.
You could, yeah. You could. Oh man, don't tell me to stop.
One little question I've got about the randomizer. You did 3 different objects that are spinning. Can you do it so there's only 2, or there's 4, or is it just?
Yeah. So if you didn't load in the middle picture, for instance, you'd only have the top and the bottom, right? If you just did 2, you could have the top and the top in the middle and have the bottom 3. Yeah, of course you can. Yeah. You can definitely customize it that way.
So you could use that effect, what you've just done, with the randomizer then.
You could, yeah. You do. It's at the moment because it's so fresh and unexplored. Making the images and stuff is the big thing, you know. But Josh is a great guy. Give Josh a message. He'll talk you through what you need to do. And you can then literally make your own images, or I think Josh, maybe if he wants to take a bit of a charge for it, he could probably do it himself, and then give you pay him for the service of doing it, because it can be quite tedious, especially if you're doing like 50 of them or whatever. Yeah. But.
Yeah. We've just had a few little comments. Steve-O says he loves your twists on ideas.
Oh, thanks, Steve-O. Steve-O's got a great little thing. Have you seen it yet?
I've not seen Steve-O's little thing, no.
Oh man, it's called I've got like literally people send me stuff. It's amazing, so it's cool. It's called The Vickery Effect, which is quite nice. But yeah, he's just as much as a thinker as we all are. So
yeah,
is Stephen from the northeast?
Yeah, he definitely sounds north to me.
If I'm thinking of the right Steve-O. Hi, Steve-O. If it's not the right Steve-O that I'm thinking of, hi, Steve-O. Anyway.
Yeah.
So Lee Roberts says that's a great idea with the digital force bag, and thanks for an awesome jam.
Oh, thank you for being in.
Thank you.
And Joshua answered a little question that I had earlier on, and you can have up to 3 inputs on the randomizer. I think it's great, Joshua. I think it's brilliant. I think it's a great idea. David Hand says, super session, great guys. Harry, many thanks. So lots of great ideas there. Appreciate it. David is a regular who comes and watches the show, and if he says he enjoyed it, it means it was good. Okay, should we pick a winner for the randomizer? Should we let Andy pick?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, you can pick me as well, by the way, Andy.
For the randomizer, oh, hang on, I was just going back on to the jam so let's have a look. Why have you given me all the power? I can't see all the comments because I've just come.
Do you want me to tell you who there is?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, I'm going to tell you who there is. Right. Now, I don't want to miss anybody, so hang on. Gareth Whitty.
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to write down a number. Give me roughly how many they are, and I'll write down a number.
Okay, hang on.
Life right, Joe.
Right, hang on. No, wait there. We need. Hang on.
Go on.
Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. So you're going to pick a number.
Yeah.
And has everybody got to put in a number?
No. Just count how many people there is. How many people have we got?
Okay, right. Bear with me. Hang on.
Wallet hacker giveaway, please, from Gareth. Oh man, I'm so happy you guys took up the wallet hacker. I just so at the time I just don't think it was something that Saturn were that interested in, but it's nice to see it come alive, and it's nice to give Harry, who's a magician from Greece, a little stage to share his little creations on. So hopefully he'll start in a Blackpool regular.
I'm going to show you something. This is the one I use in my Zoom shows.
Okay.
Because I use my own cards.
Yeah.
So I'll do this. So you ready?
Yeah.
There you go.
It's just dude. So good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's so nice. So nice, actually. Love that.
Yeah. And then you can just
Woo!
Right, Andy, there are eight entrants.
8 entrants. I will go for number 4. We'll go mid.
Okay, so have I got to count down to the number 4?
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
You can be.
Right, hang on.
Did you see the review about Wallet Hacker? Did you see the review about it that I sent a link, or did you know about it already?
Was it Alex Review?
I'm not sure. It was an Asian guy.
Yeah, Alex Review. Yeah, he does really in-depth reviews, and he always buys because he bought a few bits off us, and I said, if you're reviewing them, I'll send them to you. And he went, nope, I'll buy them. Then I've got no reason to be nice. I'm like, okay.
Okay, so I found the winner.
Okay.
Now, if anybody watching this is currently, I'm going to say who is in my 4th position. If it's different on your screen, That just means it's different on your screen. But what I've got on mine is definitely the 4th position down, right?
Okay. Well, it's random anyway.
Yeah, totally random, right? And the winner is, drum roll, please. The winner is Jimmy Willis. Well done, Jimmy. You have very kindly, from Joshua Riley and Harry, you've just won a copy of the randomizer, which is Harry's app idea that you've just seen demonstrated then. I've got to say, if you haven't got a copy of the randomizer, you can get in touch with Joshua Riley.
Yep.
So just contact him on here, and for £19.99, which is nothing, considering you can run so many different routines and effects.
Yeah.
So well done, Jimmy.
Well, I'll be getting one. So
I'm
gonna get one.
Yeah. I mean, the amount of things that you're able to do. I like the fact that I can be out and have nothing on me, but just set it to something that I can use while I'm out. I was thinking about
it's
how
so
mad, because I do a lot of restaurant work.
Yeah.
If I was to say, drinks, so you put in drinks in there, and then I'll say, I'll get you some drinks in. Are you ready? We'll randomize it. And then I've organized with a waiter, and they just bring 3 drinks over.
Yeah. Well, would it be pretty cool? Hang on, would it be pretty good if on there you've got, let's say you are in your residency in a bar, you've got a list of drinks, you've got a list of snacks, and a list of something else.
Yeah.
Bump, and then the waiter comes over with like a little drink, tray of peanuts, and something else. Or
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how easy it is to upload stuff, but can you imagine going to somebody in a bar and just going, "Hi, I felt like it was destined we met," and they went like this and scrolled through, and it was the drinks they were actually drinking there and then.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, dudes! No, in fact, I've had just so much fun sharing stuff. I do get carried away.
I can't believe it's been 2 hours. It's flown by.
Well, I must say, a huge like confident boost. And this is, if anybody is needing a bit of advice or guidance, I don't know if I'm the right person to do it, but I was really lucky that Cardiff Magic Society picked me up really quickly, and because I was quite a little bit younger then, they kind of pushed me in the right direction to be a committee member, and then that turned into meeting people like yourselves, booking you for lectures and all sorts of stuff. And then obviously Kieran being a personal friend of mine, who then got me signed with Saturn, that was huge. Like, I remember shaking it in Blackpool performing, because it's not the same, right? You're doing stuff which magicians kind of know and they kind of don't, but they want to see something, and it was just so weird. And what helped me in that situation was to take a long routine trick, make it really quick and flashy, fun and engaging, but at the same time still to fool magicians. And if you've seen, oh my god, I forgot what it's even called. The Rubik's Cube and jar. What's that called?
Isolation.
Isolate. How did I forget that? Oh my god, I'm ashamed. I'm the worst. If you've seen Isolated, right? Then the video.
Isolated.
Sorry.
Isolated or isolation.
Isolated, yeah. If you Isolated is great, and there's so many variations of how to perform it really good. But João Miranda came up at the stand and he said, "Oh, can you show me something?" And he had never seen it, never heard of it, and literally just completely stared at me. And he's got a video. He sent me a video, and he's just like, "You're selfie in it." He said, "I've just been completely fooled by it." And he's like, "That's insane." And obviously Chris Ramsey's video is in on there. So Saturn Magic really did help me push to where I am now, especially when it comes to having confidence in stuff that your ideas, which is really good, So if you have an idea, believe in it, man. Be confident. It might take long, but it will eventually, right? And Joel and Joelle and Andy, that anyway, right? That Instacam that you created is just incredible. It's so good.
Cheers,
it is.
Thank you.
I don't know. I mean, I do it all the time, even after all the time I've been in the industry and performing. I will say to Joel, he'll go, "That's really good." I'm like, "Yeah, but there's something I'm not happy about, and I'm not." And it's whether I'm comfortable. I don't know. It's so it happens to everybody. It's not just people starting out in magic. It really does, and performing for societies is one of the toughest things because you're trying to fool people that know all the secrets anyway. So it is.
Well, I still love how Joel, and maybe you did it as well, Andy, was selling bits of invisible thread with Lincoln and just handing them out to people. That was great. Sorry, I just cut that off.
There you go. Thanks for your money.
Have a bit of this.
You were talking about your Cardiff Magic Circle.
Yeah.
I thought it was a brilliant club when I came and visited you guys. That was the first time. It was really good.
Yeah. You did really good. So the way I can judge it with good lecturers is how much sales are made. And I know that when Steve came, he sold out pretty much, and like he said, it's one of the biggest places for sales he had. And then when you came, Joel, and you did your bit, I mean, a lot of people are still from Cardiff raving about it, and it was your volition.
Volition.
What's it called?
Volition.
I can never say it. Volition.
I can't say it.
Fancy word you plugged out. And I still walk around and use that now because it's just, show me a trick. Oh, I don't want to get cards out, because everyone's like, oh, Harry, do a card trick. Like, well, actually, have you seen this? And it's just, it's a killer, right? It's so good. And the books, did you know, Andy, right? I booked Joel on the basis of Kieran's recommendation for his Tutti Frutti trick, right? And he never performed it for us. Can you believe that?
Oh,
can you believe it?
Sorry.
Can you guys?
That was just pure laziness on my behalf. But
is that the
routine? Play it now, if you want to see it, we can play it.
Really, it's just so good.
Okay, I'll play it for you now. Are you ready?
It's amazing.
This is the routine. So basically, the bit that I miss, somebody thinks of a piece of fruit.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be strange if I could tell you the piece of fruit that you are now merely thinking of? That would be quite amazing. Would you agree?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to try and do that.
Okay.
Are you ready? Is it a red colour? Is it red?
No.
It's not red. Reddish, like a reddish bright. Imagine it being red and bright. You do that. You can't do that, can you? Well, listen. This is the thing that I didn't tell you, but inside this bag is some fruit. If this has the piece of fruit that you are now thinking of, you would agree that that's amazing, right? That'd be incredible.
Yeah.
Have a look at this. For the first time, can you tell everybody in a clear voice the piece of fruit that you're now thinking of?
A pear.
A what?
Pear.
Okay. I'll show you all a card trick. This is really good, right? No, you're thinking of a pear.
Yeah.
Have a look inside the bag. Have a look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you a tin of fruit cocktail. Come on. No, look, if you look down, second ingredients, look. Pear, can you see that there?
Can I, yeah.
Can you see that? Look, tell everybody what that says.
I can't
It says
read it.
pear, love, just join in. Read that. What does that say?
Pear.
Yes, it does indeed. Give her a big round of applause. Come on. Thank you. No, wait there. Hang on. I wouldn't like to leave you there all disappointed, ladies and gentlemen. See, inside the tin, I have for you one pear. Oh, thank you very much. You can keep that. That's for you. You can have that. Thank you very much.
So good. Love it.
It is really good.
Didn't
really
American
performance, just so easy.
It didn't feature an American morning show.
Yeah, that's right. It's been on a few TV shows. It was also like used for. Do you know Mrs. Brown's Boys? Like some comedy thing. Yeah, it was on. It was like featured in their live show. So before the actors and actresses came out, the warm-up guy would perform that when it went on tour. And it was genuinely, literally the only routine that he actually performed. Because he only had to go out for 10 minutes to warm everybody up. So he'd walk out, chat a little bit, then he'd perform the routine. They'd all be cheering, and then he brought the act on. And that was basically it. So, yeah, pretty chuffed with that.
Crazy. No, that's great.
That's in. Is it Head Tricks? The book?
No, it's in Trick in the Brain. It's in
Trick in the Brain.
Trick in the Brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because nobody's ever really got the gag of the book Head Tricks.
What's the gag of Head Tricks?
Say that again. Yeah, there you go. It's in that book. Yeah, that's the one.
The gag about Head Tricks.
Well, just the name of the book is the gag.
I don't get it.
Should it be the other way around? Should it be Trick Head?
Trick Head.
Trick Head. Hey.
Dude. Oh man. No, I must say you guys have been so easy to deal with, especially. I don't know. You're always on the look for new products and stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Honestly, anyone who's watching, if you don't want, so one half of me is like obviously Galaxy, Saturn, the other half is Real Workers. So if you're interested, man, like they're both amazing companies to go with, and yeah, Real Workers. I think from Blackpool to the release was like 10 weeks, maybe. It was really rapid.
It was really quick.
Yeah.
Was it that long? Was it 10 weeks?
Might have been even less.
Yeah. Well, we released it the first week of lockdown.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Yeah, that was May or March.
So that was March.
6 weeks. 6 weeks.
End of March.
And yeah, it was insane. Really easy
And
company.
the quality of it is absolutely brilliant. Like it's just so good. You know, it's like it's a bank card.
And I must say, for those who are like looking at stuff, this is literally unbiased opinion to you now, right? Who's watching? What the Real Workers did as well is they allowed me to continue using the concept that we originally had. They took it and made it a commercial effect out of it, but I still am allowed to lecture and perform the version that we first, what inspired this project. And that's something you don't get very often. You have a trick, you pull it off, that's it. You can no longer do it properly, or you normally get a couple of copies that you sell yourself, whatever, and then that's it, you're done with it, right? Where I don't have that problem. I can just be like, oh yeah, I do this here and I just perform that there, and all this is you can buy it from here, or if you want a different personalized one, like it's great, it's so fun. So
yeah, I mean, it's the way to be. You were talking about Dean setting up the agency and how to do it right. Yeah, and I mean, it's one of the big things is people release ideas and then they're like, do I take it to it? And they don't make any money at it. They can't use it. They do, So we discussed it and we said we're just going to be fair with everybody and do whatever we can to help everybody and that sort of thing. So
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. I think it's good if companies have bought ideas off me in the past, but the reality is then there's nothing else that I can do with it. I can't lecture it, I can't teach it, but it was my idea, and to be bought out of an idea kind of leaves you sometimes. If you've only got a few ideas, it leaves you with nothing, right? Yeah. So therefore, I'm basically just actually to the complete definition. I've just hoard myself out. I've said, there you go. They've said, there's some money, and I've gone, thank you, walked away. There's nothing else I can do, but I've got a little bit of money that I'm going to spend anyway.
In elementary, in the lecture notes, I do have the wallet hacker in there under the other name, but it doesn't actually reveal what the gimmick is. It just gives you my routine of it, but it does say get it from yourself, because I wouldn't want to do that either. Don't buy the trick, buy my book, and then you find out how it works. So didn't do that. But the routine is in there, and just my presentation of it with you guys as credits and we work in it.
Cool.
Which is nice.
It's great. It's great anyway, man.
Because I sent you the blueprint, and I think you approved it, didn't you?
Okay, one last quick question for you before we go.
Sure.
What is your most memorable moment when performing magic for somebody?
Oh my God! Wow. What is my? See, it's really hard because the most memorable.
Have I put you on the spot here?
Yeah, no, not quite. I think I just can never make my mind up, right? Because if I have a really great effect and I've had fun with someone and I share that moment with them, that's been memorable. But the next week my mood's a bit different and I think of something else which is like really memorable at the time. But one of the biggest achievements I think I've had so far was really early on. I took part in a competition in Kiss FM, and I got invited to the London radio studios, had a tour and stuff, and I basically was allowed to film for 2 hours. And I had to cut a Kiss FM video clip together, which then they aired for Spider-Man Homecoming. I was like, wow. The theme was really weird. They were like, oh, yeah, if you've got like a talent, you're like an Avenger. And it was all a bit like, it was all weird. But I went down and had a great time and I won the competition. I got $2,000, which was insane, like, you know, which was really cool. That was $2,000, yeah, for winning this competition. And all I did was just have fun with Ricky. So that was my like face one-on-one celebrity, and yeah, it was great. It was really fun. So that was still one like a really memorable moment for me.
That was a great time that you remember. You had a lot of fun, lots of people involved.
You can watch the video clip as well, which is on my YouTube channel, Lord Harry Magic. Please subscribe. I've got like 130 subscribers. That's it. So I need some more subscribers. But the video clip's on there. It's the featured video, and you can see
You've got more subscribers on YouTube than me. I never use it.
Oh really? Oh man.
I mean,
yeah.
So that's really
Witty says great show, guys, and thanks a lot to Harry for a good one. Dean says thank you, Harry. You've been fantastic. So there we go.
And I think another really milestone moment was when the Bang Sharpie got released, and it sold out in Blackpool on like day 2. That was pretty insane because like. It's just a snapper in a pen. Like, why is this so fascinating? And I don't know. People just loved it far too much.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It's a great trick.
Oh, Harry, you're an absolute legend, Harry. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate your support and everything you do. It's great. It's great to have you part of my little circle, my friend group. It's great. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
just before you go, hang on. One last quick thing. Don't forget, people, Harry's got his book there. £15, that's it. And there's like 12 tricks in there.
Yeah, there's
taught like 2 of them. Sean has 4 of them. £15.
What have I showed? So I showed the jacket, that's in there.
You've shown loads. You've shown us plenty.
Yeah, I think there's only 2 from the book, though, really. It's only 2 in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even though £15 for 12 routines, it's just over £1.
I showed you the coin that vanished in there as well. But yeah. One of them is just a bit of a chat about flash paper, you know, because I know Trevor inspired me. If you come across Trevor Sampson, he was a bit frightened of using flash paper, and I said to him, "Listen, mate, you don't need to be afraid. You just gotta be respectful of it, and it should be fine." And then he literally gave me inspiration to actually write my tips because no one tells you how to use it. Have you realized that?
No, that's it.
Use it.
Yeah, we all buy it, and then nobody says how do you use it. But yeah, they just automatically assume that you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah. Right, Harry, we'll let you go. We've kept you away from your daughter long enough.
She's sleeping at night. She hasn't even paid any attention to any of it.
I know.
I think that most likely means you ain't going to be getting much sleep tonight.
Yeah. I think I'm still working from home, so I get my wife to look after my sleep, so it's fine.
Even better. Hey, thanks, Harry. And everybody's saying thank you as well. We've had Rob who's just dropped another message on saying thank you, Harry. That was brilliant.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
guys.
we really enjoyed it. Thanks for coming on and sharing a lot of your ideas.
Yeah, no, Harry, you've been a superstar.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks,
No
man.
Oh, and Taryn, going to be watching back later. See you at the weekend, Harry.
Yeah, he's driving down. He's breaking all quarantine rules, and he wants to like pop in and have a cup of tea or whatever. And I'm like, fair enough, mate. I'll host that if you're driving all that way. Do you know anyone? Just come to South Wales and see me. It's fine. It's all good.
Yeah, we should have the new magic convention at Harry's house.
Yeah, we can. my phone's ringing.
The Cardiff Magic Convention.
Yeah.
Oh, Harry's Garden. Have you got a barbecue?
We can have a barbecue. We can definitely
bring the barbecue.
Yeah.
We'll bring the meat. I'll bring the fire.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
You bring what?
I'll bring the tent. We've got an event shelter. We'll be good. We're all right.
Oh, Trevor just said flash papers in the tin. See, like Trevor, man, give me a call. I'll run you through it. It's really easy. It's good. It's great. Don't burn yourself. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right, we're gonna let you go, Harry.
If you want to come back and do a talk on flash paper,
Hmm?
anytime.
What's that? Sorry.
If you ever want to come back and do a talk on flash paper, anytime.
Yeah. Well, you tell me when you want to go ahead, and we can talk about it.
No.
I'm sure it'll be red hot.
Oh God.
Oh no.
No problem. All right. Sweet.
Oh, Harry. Love to the family, Harry, and I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, no problem. You will. See you in a bit, man.
What's that face?
I don't know, it was pretty good, wasn't it?
That's amazing. Oh
Hey,
dear.
that was really good, wasn't it?
Do you know, those 2 hours flew by. It was unbelievable.
I know, yeah. Full of great ideas. Like we said from the word go, we promised people that would be full of ideas, and he was. He didn't even have to prove himself. Like, not that he was proving himself, but he basically just proved what we said was bang on, you know. Full of great ideas. I'm going to be logging off this.
Listen to us, but you won't go too far wrong. You're fine.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm going to log off and pick up his book. I don't know about you, but
yeah, I'm going to go and get his book, and I'm going to get the app as well. Because
randomizer, yeah. So many good stuff we could be doing with that.
I don't carry anything when I go out socially. I don't carry anything other than the phone, and something like that would be amazing. Just to do some suitable mind reading.
You know what you could do? I've got a really good idea. Hang on, right. So on your mobile phone, you know you've got your case holder.
Yeah.
Well, within the actual case, put your prediction in it, right?
All right.
And then whatever it is that you force, if you just have a routine that's really well thought out, and you know, you show that the randomizer is completely random, you hit the randomizer button, show that it's random, hit it again, show it's random. When they're ready and they say now, that's when you press it. It stops on whatever it is that they're thinking of. Whatever it is. And then your prediction, you open up your phone case, show there's a prediction in there, and that matches perfectly. So it's a way that you don't have to kind of, you know, when we go out and we try and do something that's random, like as an example, digital force bag. Well, you know, there are ways that we can make this random by having certain things in our pockets that we carry around with us or whatever. Well, it makes sense to just have something that's always in the phone, and that's your prediction. It could be a photograph, like we were talking, of, you know, a celebrity's head, a celebrity's body, and a celebrity's legs or whatever. But you just have that, carrying that on you all the time. You've always got a routine. And if you add the funny bits, you add the moments, you've got a solid routine, you know?
I mean, realistically, if you did that on stage, because you could screen share, you could have it on the screen. You could have it big.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Be really good. I'm going to pick it up.
Yeah, I'm going to get it as well.
Good.
For 20 quid. I know. So, right, Joel. So next week we've got Ravi.
Yeah. Next week we've got Ravi. Yeah. We've got new T-shirts.
We've got new T-shirts. We'll have a new release as well. We're working with a legend in the magic industry. So we're going to release,
Oh, people, we've got an amazing release, actually. Our next release that you're about to see is so good. And it is.
Yeah,
it's brilliant.
Might have
I've always struggled with this routine, Andy. I've always struggled with it. And you taught me it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you taught me it in, honestly, like people think we're just making this up, but we're not.
They were about 5 minutes.
It wasn't even 5 minutes. It was, honestly, it was 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You told me how to do it, and I can do it. Literally as simple as that, right? And then I did it for Claire, and, you know, and it worked. It worked perfectly. And this is a classic magic trick, but this is somebody's take on it. Yeah, and it's so much better. It is. It absolutely is.
Yeah,
it's brilliant.
Did you upload the video of Jerome Marat?
No, I looked for it. If you remember, I came back on really quickly,
Okay.
Sorry,
Well, what
Jimmy.
you
Well
do-
reminded. Unfortunately, the video was about 8 minutes long. The one that I
Well,
could.
what I'll do is I'll put a link to it in.
Yeah, Jimmy,
the
we'll put a
chat
link
now.
for you on there.
So, can you believe it's had like 9 million views? It is amazing. It really
What
is.
Oh,
That video has had like 9 million views.
Murat. Yeah, cool.
Right.
I'll have a look at it.
I'm just putting it in chat now.
Yeah,
Jerome Murat. M-U-R-A-T. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's one of my favourite. And there's not a great deal of magic in it, but the way it's structured and the way it's performed is just, it's amazing.
Brilliant.
It really is.
Andy, one quick thing. It's Dean Duggan's birthday. He's celebrating it tonight. So what I was thinking, I thought of this a couple of weeks ago, is that when it's somebody's birthday who's watching the show, we should sing happy birthday to them, but starting with you. So if you sing happy birthday now, I'll sing it on the next birthday. But it's your turn. Sing it all the way through now. Go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dean Duggan. Happy birthday to you. Go out and get pissed. Go out and get pissed. Get plastered, you. What rhymes with plastered? Bad lad. Go out and get pissed.
Hey! I mean, that was only a joke, but that was great. You should be doing it every time. Hey, happy birthday, Dean.
Yeah, many happy returns, Dean. Next time you order something, let us know. We'll slip you something else in. Birthday present. You'll be right.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. So
right,
no. Right, I'll leave you to it. An hour, 2 hours, 20 minutes we've done. So absolutely flown by. So really looking forward to next week with Ravi. That'll be super duper. Oh, Dean, you could, if you message me, I'll do it as a ringtone for you. You'll be fine.
Hey. Right, Andy, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get some sleep.
Right. All the best. See you all next week. Stay safe.
I'll see you next week, Andy.
See you next week. Bye.